What's up? What's up? What's up, Fragrance family? Hey man, I want to thank everyone who's viewing right now. Your viewership is highly appreciated. Hey, and if you are one of my subscribers, y'all already know y'all one of those ones, man. Y'all keep this thing going, keep it popping, and I can't thank you enough. But if this is your first time, then welcome. Something must have caught your attention. Hopefully, I can keep it. This is NoCap Fragrance Reviews, where I give it to you 100%, 100% of the time. I give it to you straight. No chaser, no cap, just like some of my testers. Now, y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all know what this is. I am bringing you all some of the best alternatives to one of the best, in my opinion, fragrance houses out there. Paco Rabanne 1 million line. When the 1 million fragrance came on the scene back in 2008, over 15 years ago, it changed the game, y'all. It had that sweet bubblegum feel that everybody talks about. It kind of started off the bubblegum trend or whatever, the sweetness with the aromatics, with the woody touch on the end. It had that beautiful cinnamon accord that just, hey, took us all by storm. And I have some great renditions of the flankers of that. There's been flanker after flanker coming through over the years. More recently, you have ones like 1 Million Royal. I haven't got my nose on that yet. And I think 1 Million Oud. Like I said, it just don't stop. But, I'm just thinking right now, if you all are interested in getting your hands on something that's kind of a dupe, not really considered a clone, but definitely puts you in that vein of 1 Million, the original, you could check this out right here. This is from Perry Ellis. This is Portfolio Black. And this thing with that mintiness, along with the citrus accords, that cinnamon and leathery touch in the base, definitely gives you the 1 million vibes. And it does perform pretty good for a cheapie that you can find in rack stores. Like you go to Ross, you probably get this for $16.99 or $20, somewhere in between, but it's worth it. Okay. So we're going to try to go in order with these because I think shortly after that, Paco Rabanne released a flanker that really, really captured everyone. They took that same spicy cinnamon with a little bit of citrus and all of that good stuff and added tobacco. You got Paco Rabanne 1 million Privé. They had the blood mandarin with the another with cinnamon, with the base of tonka and tobacco, and it just was done perfectly. And a great rendition of that is none other than Pandora Sense, Male Paris Corners, Milano Privé. This captures the total essence of 1 million Privé. I promise you, at least 95%. I think there's another fragrance out there by maybe Latafa, someone that I've heard people speak on that's supposed to clone this, but after getting my nose on this one and knowing how close it is, I don't even need to smell it because it's perfectly crafted. That citrus from the blood mandarin with the tobacco and the cinnamon and just, yeah, y'all, you can't go wrong with this. Definitely fall, wintertime fragrance, definitely during the holidays. It just kind of gives you that Christmas time feel. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great time for this. You can dress this up, wear it dressed up. I just love it. You probably could, I'm gonna link it down below. This one has, gotten a little hype now, so the price, of course, has gone up a little bit. Kind of happens, but I know you probably can get it at Aroma Concepts for like $45 or something. If you can find it cheaper than, if I can find it cheaper than that, I would definitely link it and yeah, bring that to you all. But that is Pandora Sense Milano Privé. All right. Next up, I got a couple here that's new to my collection that I'm going to introduce to you all, but I have already worn them and know how they perform and everything. So that is none other than, and what this is duping was next up in the Paco Rabanne 1 million lineup was 1 million Lucky. Now this one was for the young at heart or college students, party people. You can club with this, but it's also great date night fragrance. It just kind of switched up. They switched up the whole DNA. They didn't bring the cinnamon and all that kind of stuff. You still got a little bit of that 1 million bubblegummy sweetness from it. And that was none other than 1 million Lucky. with that plum and fruitiness in the top with the citruses as well as the hazelnut. And oh man, the aromatic touches of it. The cashmere in there has a cashmere wood note that's just beautiful. And this fragrance does it fantastically. And that is none other than, I'm getting ahead of myself, Hayati Royal or Royale. And this is actually from, I know it looks like it's Hayati. You thinking Latafa, but no, this is from Fragrance World. Fragrance World Hayati Royal. Now, I also will speak on this one, which I have before, and that is Ishq Ashukar from Latafa, or whatever it's called. This one is a great rendition also. Now, if y'all want me to do a little war between them, I don't mind doing that. I have worn them both, and I do know that they are both comparable to the 1 Million Lucky. I wore this one side by side with it, and there are minute differences with this and the OG. I mean, you don't lack on the quality or anything like that. You get that beautiful plum in the top and everything. This fragrance just, I guarantee compliments. Oh, it just does it. That fruitiness from the plum, man, that little sweetness, the hazelnut, all that stuff. It's perfect. Date night, like I said, going clubbing or whatever, if you still club, you know, this works. It's going to get you attention. It's going to get you a compliment. I don't do many guarantees, but NoCap guarantees you a compliment with any Paco Rabanne 1 Million Lucky alternative or the original. Check it out. All right. And the next one that came about, you know, it may be some other flankers in there, but this one I got, and I feel like these are ones that you definitely should get your nose on. So the next one they came up with was Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Parfum. Now this one took a little turn from all these other ones are pretty masculine and everything, and you know, women you make it get away with 1 Million Lucky. You know what I'm saying? I think if you know you're a little daring or whatever, that one has the sweetness that you can do that. It leans a little unisex, but more towards the masculine side. But this one is unisex, leaning somewhat feminine to some guys, I would say. And that's due to the tuberose and white florals in this. This is none other than, like I said, 1 Million Parfum. It is a beautiful scent, and it also works for the time of year that it is right now. Now, a great rendition from that is Latafa's Fakar Gold or Fakar Extrait. You know, people call it different things. I got it upside down. Oh, let's break it. How about that? Anyway, the top went that way, but y'all know how the top looks. Anyway, this is Fakar Gold Extrait. It is a great rendition of that fragrance. It definitely is about 90% 1 Million Parfum. You get that tuberose right off the bat. Has a little creaminess. It has some pine in here. Also, it gives it a little green feel. I believe there's like vanilla and tonka or something maybe in the base. You know, just giving it that sweetness. It's a beautiful scent. Like I said, definitely springtime. Light sprays you may get away with the summer just because of the floral aspects and a little bit of greenness or whatever. It definitely works for right now. And like I said, women, you don't have to shy away from this one at all. It definitely, you know, that tuberose, a lot of people, I feel that little grape soda vibe. I love tuberose fragrances now. You know what I'm saying? Ever since Most Wanted Parfum or whichever one it was, oh man, I love it. All right, but last but not least, in this 1 million lineup that we have, they came out with a true banger in 1 Million Elixir. You know, all the fragrance houses start going towards the elixir, and they did it as well. The 1 Million Elixir has the Divana and the apple in the top with that beautiful damask rose, along with some tonka and vanilla sweetness and everything. It's just so well blended. Again, ladies, this one is unisex, and it's kind of right down the line. It has a little spiciness to it as well with some patchouli. And that patchouli, vanilla, and oh man, that rose just kind of bonds it. So fellas, you don't have to be afraid of that. It's not heavy. But the fragrance that encaptures that the most to me is this right here from Ooh, got me. from Fragrance World, and that's Million Elixir. This is 97% the real deal. Honestly, like, it's there. There is barely any difference. I used to go, like I've said this several times, I used to go into Macy's and smell that fragrance all the time. I was thinking about pulling the trigger, and then this came out, and I pulled the trigger on this because it's exactly the same. So y'all, like I said, if you are into the 1 million flankers and all that good stuff, you would do yourself a favor to get your nose on these. These are the best of the clones, alternatives to that fragrance. So anyway, hey, if y'all last this long, man, I definitely appreciate you once again. Go ahead and join the family. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any more content. Y'all know what it is, man. Until the next one, y'all know the vibes.